Our next guest makes smartwatches, phones, and lots of other devices that are making all kinds of folks talk about cool new technology that they're using. And there's a great buzz created here at IFA. Everybody's clamoring. Every time we've been by their exhibit, it's like, excuse me, press. You know, you have to push your way through to see the phones and the goodies because everybody wants to touch and feel and see all the new things. He's marketing manager for technical media. Ooh, that could be like us, I guess, too. With Samsung, Philip Berne. Philip, welcome into Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. Our regular listeners know that the Galaxy Note 4 up to now is my choice, and all the previous Galaxy line. I have been a Samsung Galaxy fan forever, since you've had Galaxy, since there was a Galaxy. Since the Big Bang, I have been a Samsung fan.
It's a lot to ponder.
I'm telling you, but there's maybe a marketing angle we could work with there.
So. I think it's just in your head. I think it's implied. That's what you think when you think Galaxy.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So you never know that you're into marketing either, right? Now, of course, you've got new things that are garnering a lot of attention.
Don't we always?
Yes, that's true. And that's what makes it fun and covering this industry for the 20 years we've been doing this show. It never gets boring. There's always new stuff.
It certainly doesn't. No.
So let's talk about some of the things you're showing here.
Yes, so we have a ton of new things that we've been showing. Here I've brought for you our two newest phone devices that we just launched in the middle of August. This is the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, and here I have the Galaxy Note 5. These are fantastic phones. They're both large screen phones. Inside, they're mostly the same, but as you can see on the outside, there's some huge differences here between the two devices, and there's some very, very cool features packed in as well. So, especially here for the Galaxy Note, you're probably familiar with the Note family. I know you are.
Oh, absolutely.
This is our newest in the Note line. It's really sleek. It sort of picks up the design language from our really popular Galaxy S6, and then you can also... There's lots of new features, like you could just pop the pen out, start drawing on the screen right away, save this for later. This is great for productive types who really want a fast, powerful phone.
Yeah,
and then of course you got
because we're always thinking about something right away, and just scribble a note.
Really quick and easy. Lots of improvements to the S Pen just to make it faster and easier to use. We're constantly kind of improving that experience. So I think we've really hit it with this. We're sort of at the pinnacle of the Note line. And then we've got our looker, which is the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, which is really a gorgeous phone. I brought it here in gold.
Yeah. Of course. We've got to show it in gold.
Must have gold.
And Chris getting in really tight on this. First of all, look at the thinness as well.
Yep.
And you can certainly see the edge. And those of you listening on the radio right now, driving, don't be looking at your radio. Just come by intotomorrow.com when you have a moment, and you'll look for the interview from Philip with Samsung, and you'll see, ooh, what a nice tight focus, and you can see the edge and how very cool it is. And in gold yet, oh my goodness.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It is gorgeous. You know, well, we don't need to show AT&T's logo. They upset me. But otherwise, here, show Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. That's what we're looking for now that I got my fingerprints all over it. Isn't that a gorgeous phone? Wow. Now, does the gold version cost a whole lot more because it's gold version?
Nope. We have this one in gold and black in the U.S. Internationally, you'll also find it in white. And a really nice titanium silver color.
A titanium silver?
Yes, depending on region, it's got a really nice silver sheen to it.
Now, let's talk about the Edge in and of itself. What's been the overall reaction to folks? I've had listeners say, oh, I'm afraid, though, if I pick it up, am I launching apps or something because the screen actually curves around the edge?
No, it's got great palm rejection around the edges. It knows when you want to be
Wait a minute, I got to go back. It's got great palm rejection. You know, that's what you aspire for in technology.
That's kind of a little too technical, isn't it? It knows when you want to touch it. It knows where you want to be touching it.
Yeah. Well, the plot thickens one way or the other.
If you swipe in from one side, too, on the edge, you get our People Edge and our Apps Edge. Let me see if I have this set up. So if you swipe in right there, you see the little tab popping up.
Indeed.
And then you can swipe again, get your favorite apps there, customize it as you like. So the Edge is not just beautiful, it's useful too, but it's really mostly a design element. It just looks great. It lets the phone stand out. It gives you a really nice immersive experience as videos just wrap all the way edge to edge. You can hardly see a bezel on it, so it's really just a fantastic device.
Yeah, what an experience to be able to truly immerse yourself in your media, because it's all about content.
It
and
sure
if you can
is.
enjoy your content on the Edge, you're having even more fun with it.
Absolutely.
And because
Photos
people are
look great,
seeing this
too.
on video, it says Hell's Kitchen, but we're really in Berlin.
I turned that phone on last in New York City, and I was smart enough to turn off my data before I came over here to Berlin. So
that's important.
Hasn't updated yet.
My son Chris learned the hard way our first year here 14 years ago with like forgetting to turn his data off and goes home with a $600 bill.
That's a car payment.
Yes, exactly. That's crazy. But this is getting appropriately a lot of attention.
It is. People are loving what we're putting out. You know, we really spent a lot of time going back to the drawing board this year. Every product we've launched, and there have been a ton of new products, especially in the last month, have been all about listening to what people want. So we've got these devices here. We just launched a new tablet line, the Tab S2, where, you know, we listened to people. They were using their tablets for reading, for sitting on the couch and interacting with their TV and their entertainment.
Yeah.
We designed the whole thing around that. And then, of course, we launched the Gear S2 smartwatch, which is just, again, listening to customers. They wanted a really nice, thin watch, something that was natural on the arm, an amazing user experience, completely unique, all about listening to folks.
And my audience has heard me talk about the initial Gear smartwatches because I wore them and loved them as well. So now the S2 brings us that step further into tomorrow.
It is fantastic. It's a truly unique design. It's different than every other watch out there. We've got it in two different styles. One's a little more sporty. One's a really nice classic version with a leather band. Both of them are really comfortable, look great, look really like a normal watch, very light and thin. With that circular user interface, the actual bezel turns and interacts with the watch, and it's very intuitive and very fast. Much different, and I think much better than anything else you'll find on your wrist.
Exactly, like one with a piece of fruit on it. Who needs it? It's way overpriced for what little it does. And
I'm
yes,
not
that's
really
my
familiar.
opinion.
I can't really comment.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it a banana? I think. Whatever. There's something along those lines. Well, let's talk about the battery life, too, for all these new devices, because people are always concerned, rightly so. It seems to be the bane of all of our existence with our mobile devices.
Yeah, absolutely. And battery is something that we think a lot about. And you know, with these devices, you do get excellent battery life, but we have a ton of other options that people are going to find very useful. So, for instance, we have adaptive fast charging. So if you have 10 minutes or maybe even a half hour that you're getting ready after work and you need to go out, you plug in the phone, you're going to get 4 hours of battery life on a 10-minute charge. You're going to get almost half your battery life on a 30-minute charge. Everybody has 30 minutes to spare. If you just kind of keep plugging the phone in throughout your day, you're going to go days without needing to charge it if you just keep topping it off.
Yeah.
We've got wireless charging as well, which is a really great up-and-coming technology. We've built in both standards of wireless charging, so it'll work wherever you can lay your phone down and charge it, whether it's at your home. IKEA has great furniture with wireless charging built in. You can find it at some Starbucks and McDonald's. I see it at the airports. Going to be a really convenient feature moving forward.
Very nice. And of course, we're always reminded to, okay, your battery is fully charged, unplug your charger. Do we have to?
Yep.
We should unplug our charger?
We should
That's a question we get a lot, too, on the air, and people have all kinds of opinions on it.
I think that our recommendations, we love to follow what CTIA says for battery and lithium-ion batteries, and they do great recommendations on their website. Don't charge it when you don't need to. Make sure you have great ventilation on your phones while you're charging it. Don't buy cheap chargers. Use the recommended chargers. Be really careful with your batteries out there. We don't want anything bad to happen, because people weren't following the recommendations.
And especially with the higher capacity batteries and stuff these days, you just should follow
and the fast charging, we always love following instructions for sure.
So we just don't do it enough.
Well,
I have to ask the question because we're almost out of time anyway, but you're so much fun to talk with as well, and the Samsung goodies are always coming out. What's around the corner and into tomorrow? Can you share with us what else is popping?
I can't say too much, but we just hinted it.
Just whisper.
Is it just you?
It's just me. Forget these lights and cameras and mics.
We had a very subtle hint at the end of our Galaxy S2 presentation that we're looking at an entirely new category of device, and we're calling it Galaxy View. And I can't say too much, but I think if you go online, if you look for the YouTube videos from our Gear S2 presentation, you can sort of see our teaser, and we'll have more to say about that next month in October.
Nice. All right. And you'll keep us well informed so we can inform our audience, obviously.
You'll hear from me too much.
Yeah. No, you can't ever hear from you too. We can always get too little information. We can never get too much. Philip is the marketing manager for technical media with Samsung, and, of course, Samsung.com for more information and all the goodies that he and his team are working on. Philip, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I had a blast.
It's fun. And there's cool new products to talk about and to look at and to touch and feel, and that's what IFA is all about as well. I'm Dave Graveline. Our coverage from Berlin, Germany continues on Into Tomorrow, right here on the Advanced Media Network.